What up with it, y'all? Yeah, I was on the phone getting some history from original to go back quite a ways with a lot of the originals. So I was telling him, man, I gotta go, man. I gotta go live, man. You know, what's the deal? Jay Ship, Chips, Juice, and Money, Sleepy Rivera, Baby E, and everybody else. What's the deal, homies? I know y'all had a good weekend. Michelle, what's up? Um, I feel more rested today than I have been feeling all the last week, so that's a good thing. But yeah, good to see y'all tonight, man. Good to see y'all tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm gonna try to get some content up this week, at least a couple pieces. Got the computer up and running. Yeah, no, what happened was I was working, so in my editing program for the videos, I don't know what the hell was going on. It just computer was super duper slow. It was freezing. The cursor was just moving on its own. So I had to wait till that went away. But I got back, started working today. I got more work to do. Try to get up a couple pieces this week once again. Hey Michelle, how your day been? Crip face, what it do? What it do? JRL, what's up? Andrews Vista Michelle, what's up, girl? Always good to see the home team in the building. Kiba, good to see family in the building. Yeah. I mean, I think when you overload, when you put too much, um, how do you say it, space, gigabytes, put too many gigabytes on the computer, I think it has a tough effect on the motor in these old computers. I think that's what it was. Kev Mac, do you go to any high school legendary football games? No legendary football games, no. As far as on the football field. Now, I've been to the fights at Dorsey High School. That's about it. I didn't really go to Crenshaw home games. Um, Fights at Westchester High School. And that's about it. Yeah, what's up, y'all? I love my crowd because all y'all be speaking to each other. You know what I mean? It takes us about 28, 29 minutes to get going over here because everybody be speaking to each other and checking on each other like real family over here, right? Yeah, I don't mess with high school games. Oh, you know what? If there's a legendary football game, it wouldn't be the old days. It would be more recent. When Crenshaw High School played, I think they played St. John Bosco, or maybe I think Crenshaw played St. John Bosco. I think that's the only game that I've been to worth anything. There was another game that day too. One of them teams from up north, from Palo Alto or something like that, had played too. Washington State, what up? Just filling out my NCAA bracket. Now I've been to some old school USC, UCLA games, but I don't think there was anything legendary about them. Man, I'm looking for my favorite S hat. I'm tired of them hats, man. Remember, I was supposed to get away from them type of hats. I wasn't supposed to be wearing team hats no more, but I love my LA Dodgers, man. I love the Dodgers, dog. Hard to get rid of them Dodger hats. I started to just set them up here before I throw them away, but I think it'll mess up my little setup. Seattle in the building. What up, Seattle? We got a couple Washington people up in here tonight, huh? Oh yeah, I gotta get over to the sports channel tonight or tomorrow for sure. For sure, I gotta be there by tomorrow. Yeah, supposed to go eat tomorrow night. I'm wondering if I should try to go live and don't film me eating, but just film. I could look at your comments. I gotta bring my glasses. If I bring my glasses, I could read the comments and kick it with y'all. Y'all can have dinner with a brother, right? So that's on the menu for tomorrow. Possibility. Oklahoma putting a lot of good teams to bed. So that would be about 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, y'all. Do you know my father, street name? Eagle, Monster Cody mentioned him, and Redbone stole his bike back in the day. Nah, I don't know. Quit acting like because you're getting older, you have to change your style. Well, I mean, we don't want to stay the same all our life. Like it took me forever to get rid of khakis. It took me forever to get out the Dickies. You know what I'm saying? I'm still stuck on 501s though. The U.S. sending immigrant gang members to El Salvador prison from the U.S. now. From the U.S.? Oh, I didn't know that. I seen a little bit of what they got going on today. I think the homie from Southside Compton told me he thought it was the U.S. and I told him nah, but maybe he was right because I didn't really. I thought they was talking about the immigrants to Venezuela. Candace Kirksey, what up? You're not late tonight, Candace. You on time today? That's what's up. Kev trying to figure out does he wear the gray black Pendleton with the S hat or the blue black Pendleton with the S hat? They both match, Kev. You crazy, homie. Sure, you crazy, homie. Well, we're gonna see what happens. I don't know how or why another country would accept U.S. inmates. Federal only, right? Gotta be federal, can't be state. The Venezuelan gang is being housed in El Salvador too. Yeah. All right, so we both was right. I guess, man, I guess. Ralph getting paid. I think what up, Reggie Owens? I think you can only govern federal inmate. I don't think you can mess with the state. I watched the whole Monster Cody interview today. That's what's up, Sleepy. You catch anything new in there? I catch something new every time I watch it. 6 million to El Salvador for those inmates. Hey Kev, I was on Cartoon Live today and asked if he would go live with you one day again. He said, yeah, he would want to. That's cool. That's cool. Exactly, Crystal. He gonna be wearing the white tube socks and black shoes. Listen, y'all. I kid you not. All jokes aside, I seen this chick the other day in some corduroy house shoes playing, what do you call that? The slot machines at a grocery store. She's playing slot machines at the grocery store with some corduroy house shoes on. Y'all know I had to stop and turn around. I couldn't tell if she was black, Puerto Rican, or Mexican. Could have been my sister, I guess. But she was very, very light, had some really, really good hair, had a bunch of raggedy tattoos like me on her legs and shit. But it just looked so ghetto to me, man. That looked ghetto, like we in 2025. I make jokes about Western Ave like that. And I actually really seen that shit. That shit was like, wow. That was crazy to me. Most sanctuary cities, local law enforcement refuse to help ICE like Chicago. Kev Mac trying to find a remote for his entertainment center, bumping Timberlake's Rock Your Body and trying to turn it off. Go ahead, kid. No hair and Kirkers. Man, I don't know what she was doing. That was crazy to me, though. Midwest. What attracts you so much to Vegas? Gambling? Cheaper cost of living? Women? The bars being open late at night? Being able to drink whenever you want to drink? Stores a lot safer to stop at nighttime. The gas stations are safer. Shit, I mean, But really, really for real, I had a homeboy in Vegas. My homeboy in Vegas had a bunch of top notch women, friends, uh, and the gambling. Everything else I just throw in there. But yeah, that's really what it was. I mean, look, the house I sold, or the house we sold, the house my family sold in Los Angeles, we could buy two houses in Las Vegas. I mean, it was easy to figure that out. Got a house, and my brothers and sisters, not all of them. I think two sisters didn't get nothing or didn't want nothing, but uh, my two brothers, me, and my oldest sister got money, and I got a house out the deal. I mean, the house we had was ran down. The house in Vegas was damn near brand new. It had one previous owner who lived in San Diego, so he wasn't living in the house. That was just like his vacation house or investment. That's all. Crystal, just don't wear them outside when it's wet. They'll cause you to bust your booty for real. For real, for real. I didn't talk to Cuse today, y'all. I hope Cuse is good. Roy Smart. I just moved to Vegas a month ago and I love it, kid. That's what I'm talking about, man. The only problem, like, see, if you just moving here, I'm gonna just keep it real with you, right? Vegas is so much more like a downgrade now, so much more like ghetto now. Like when I first bought my house out here, man, only thing you really seen was some bloods over at the Lucky Club, right? I mean, you didn't have no issues as far as nothing. I mean, as far as me. But now it's like, man, you see so many pimps. You see, and they not like the pimps of old. They not dressed up nice. They not cordial. No manners. You got hoodlums just pimping now. So you see them dudes everywhere beating up on their girlfriends, their baby mamas. You you got all these race cars out here now with the loud mufflers and loud engine work. Uh, and you just got a whole bunch of Section 8 black and Mexican women coming out here now. So, and the traffic. Like you didn't have all this traffic 20 years ago. Now you got a lot of traffic, and most of the traffic really just started after COVID. So after COVID, you can tell that Vegas changed. I've been in Vegas for 4 years. It's different from when I'm on. See what I'm saying? After COVID, shit changed. Like really, the traffic. Like you had traffic in Vegas because they steady upgrade. They building new streets. They building new communities. The freeway had a lot of work as they expand the freeway and the size of the freeway. So you can expect traffic, right? But like the last 2 to 3, correct me if I'm wrong, Dago, the last 2 to 3 years, I'm going to estimate the traffic has gotten really bad. And they can't drive out here. That's really the only thing I hate about Vegas is dudes be beating up their women all the time, yelling and screaming, busting out car windows and shit. And the traffic. Pimping skinny jeans with True Religion shirt on. Those group home dudes are pimps and underage runaways are the hoes. My best homie lived there for almost 40 years. I used to go every year until I became a single parent. May go this summer. All right, all right, all right. The Primo owns a dispensary out there in Vegas. That's that motherfucker bringing all that brown weed out here. Yo, Primo is the one that got these dudes smoking that brown, smoking that dry, no good bammer. Yo, Primo, huh? I knew it, homie. I knew it. Because listen, when I used to go to Memphis, right? They wanted what they call hydro weed, right? They want a hydro, and they buy anything green, man. It could be stress. As long as it was green, they was buying. So you take some brown to Memphis, you know what they used to say? Oh man, this came from Texas. This that cheap weed from Texas. This that weed that came from Mexico through Texas. So that's why I hit you with that, Jake. I hit you with that, man. But she the cannabis commissioner out there. Oh yeah, she letting all the brown slide. She letting all the brown get up in here, man. You don't even get a contact off weed no more out here. Man, that weed be smelling so dry and stanky nowadays. Man, good weed, and how you like just sitting back enjoying the smell, right? Northridge earthquake, Northridge earthquake. Get them jank. What up, bro? King LX, what up? I was in the 94 earthquake. I always tell this little story. So in 1994, when that earthquake happened, my kid's mother was pregnant with my daughter. My youngest daughter was in the womb. And we living on Van Ness at the time. And I'm in the bed. I had my son. My son was about to be 2 years old. So he was almost 2. So I'm in the bed, a baby mama in the bed. My son is between me and the baby mama. And the earthquake came. And I'm not scared of earthquakes. I'm not scared of earthquakes. But just the mood I was in, the mode I was in, being sleepy and stuff, I jumped up. I jumped out the bed and I ran. I mean, I couldn't run, but I moved very fast. I quickly moved up under the doorway. Because, you're supposed to stand up under the doorway. That's what they teach you in California. So the earthquake, when the foundation break and fall, you still be right there. I left the baby mama and my son. And my baby mama said, really? I'm like, really? My bad. My bad. I couldn't believe I did that, man. It was instinct, I guess. Straight instinct. She was pissed at me for about 2 days. My bad. Oh, man. She said, you're not even going to look out for your kids? My bad. I was on my way to Manual Arts. Earthquake hit. I was on Vermont Slauson at the bus stop. It was shaking hard. Did your brother ever told you he like, fuck no. Hell no, he ain't never told me no shit like that. He probably did when we was young, though. Probably when I was about 2 years old, maybe 3, 4 years old, maybe. Because we had pictures back in the day, and I always remember this Easter basket. I was by an Easter basket. My brother was with me, and we looked like 2 kids that really loved each other as siblings. And I mean, he's happy, he's smiling and shit. And so I grew up with that attitude, like, oh man, this is cool. But hell no, I ain't never heard that nigga say he loved me or felt the love from him. You know what I'm saying? As adults. I would love to sock you, Kev Mac. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sure you would. You would have got your ass beat back then. We talking about these gorilla pimps in Vegas. I would have threw your ass out the bedroom window. I would have blamed that shit on the earthquake. I wish you would have socked me. You and them 2 kids would be out that window out there just kicking it. Nigga, what? I wish you would have. I had the 6'4" sitting out front too. I had the 6'4" ragtop Chevy on gold and white D's sitting outside the front on a busy street on Van Ness. I don't know how nobody didn't steal that car. Worst case scenario, a tow truck could have pulled up at night and grabbed it real quick. I'd be sitting right there with my 9mm though. Yeah. Who is the biggest dude you seen on the yard when you were locked up? Probably Rock from OVG. He's the one that come to mind. There was a Rock from A-Tray Hoover. He was kind of big, but he wasn't on the weights like weightlifters. He was just on the weights like a gang member, right? It's a difference to me. Like Rock was more of a bodybuilder. Miz was pretty big too. I don't think Miz was bigger than Rock. It was this white dude named Jason. Remember, I mentioned Jason, but I was going to do a story about Jason. I just never did it. But Jason, I believe, he was on steroids. Big old giant dude. Couldn't hit the ball out the infield. He played baseball all the time. I never, ever, ever in 2 years seen that dude hit a ball out the infield. Golden Child, what up, Kev? Did you always have a passion for journalism, or did everything kind of change when your uncle bought you the camera? I don't think my uncle had anything to do with my journalism. Him buying that camera, I don't. I would say this about as far as journalism goes. I had a class, excuse me, but I don't remember what it was called. I do. Yes, I do. English composition. I had English composition at Palisades High School. I believe I was in the 10th grade. And I hated that class, man, trying to structure sentences and paragraphs and outlines of your story and stuff like that. But I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to let moms down. And we had this white teacher, and she was a nice teacher to the smart students, but she seemed like if you was a dumb student or you was a slow student, like she didn't really care for you, right? So I wanted to prove to myself that I could pass that class. And I ended up getting a C in that class. And that would be the only thing that really comes to mind when it comes to journalism at a young age. After that, no, the wanting to write stuff came. Well, my mom used to always want me to write a book, but I didn't have no real dreams of writing no book. But once I started seeing that all these dudes, because you got to remember the internet had popped up in the 90s, in the late 90s, and I seen where all these dudes in other states had all this false and fake information about different sets in LA, the Crips and the Bloods. And so that's what made me want to write. And so that's really when it started. The passion for that started. Our teens was Miss Lloyd. She was, her hair was blonde. It was like white, but she loved English. Russia Putin opponents mysteriously jumped out windows to the again. Damn, what's going on with that? They must have wanted peace with they probably wanted peace with Ukraine. Y'all gotta go. Who is the most intelligent gang member that you came across? Lil Fee, Monster Cody, Papa T from Fire Deuce Pueblo / Bloodline. Those come to mind. Putin looking at his opponents like it would be a shame if you had an accident. You know, we got a homeboy that's real smart now in his older years. PJ. PJ is really smart. I got to give PJ his. PJ smart. Another dude that's smart. I don't know if he's academically smart or but very smart, intelligent dude in his older age would be Swanee. Swanee pretty smart. Those are the only ones that really come to mind. Would love to see an interview on how the hard times became part of the NAC Corps. Yeah, that would be interesting. We got to interview a hard time hustler for that. Shout out to those that just heard me say that and fixing to run the hard time hustler hood and get a hard time hustler interview. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Black Warrior Spirit, good looking out, man. I can always count on you. You. All right. Didn't the hard times start off with the blue and green? If I remember right, they definitely had green, and then they had the hard times are not all connected. You had an East Side hard time hustler who takes the original claims to that. Candace, good looking out. I went to Webster and Pally Kev in the 2000s. How was it when you went there? Webster was different. You know, going to the West Side, deep on the West Side like that. Going to school with whites and Mexicans. That was different for a West Side dude. Uh, about the only thing I could really say about they had English second language Koreans and Pisces, but the Sotel 13s, man, the Mexican gang out there, they were a little bit corny because them dudes was in high school and out of school, grown men who already left school, probably already been to prison, maybe jail for sure. Would fight junior high school blacks, junior high school Crips and blacks. That was corny to me. That was super corny to me. Like how do they allow that? Like how do they think that's cool? But that's about it. That's about it. Oh, and you said Pally. Pally was too whitewashed for me. I mean, you got a lot of black people that went there that's not gonna agree, that didn't have the experience I had. I experienced nothing but racism in Palisades. Um, and then you had a lot of mixed people. I wasn't used to seeing a lot of mixed people, but they had a lot of mixed females that went to Palisades, black dads, white moms, and that's about it. Oh, gee, Steve, what's the deal? What's the deal? Suge, you was in ESL. Uh, Sounds like the Albanians in the Bronx. Who was the finest woman you've seen in LA? Uh, Shit, I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you that one. Yeah, Pacific Palisades. Yes, sir. High school. The alma mater of Steve Kerr, Derek Strong, Victor Hife. Victor Hife played baseball in the Dodgers organization. Probably Jordan High School and Locke High School. Probably just to the amount of gang members and being on both sides of the color divide. How come nobody tells the truth about Brims and ETG going? When you say the truth, what do you mean? And who is nobody? We done like 5 different stories about the West Side Crips and the Brims fighting at Crenshaw in the early 70s. Then there's also people that been around know about the Key Fudge incident. He went to Crenshaw. If he went to Crenshaw, there was usually gonna be a couple of bloods there. The thing is, most of them didn't flag their colors. They hid their affiliation or denied their affiliation. Do you have any war stories against skinheads back in the day? None. Absolutely. Never seen a skinhead back in the day. Uh, we asked a lot of questions tonight. Y'all don't see Rockhead Cutes and Sag up here. This just little old me, man. This little old me, man. Yeah, the Brims are active now. You got a lot of different Brim sets. They lost a lot of territory over the years, but Fruit Town still holding down. B&G still on deck. Who else? Six Deuce, Harvard Park, Brims, for sure, for sure. They still around. They still on deck. Still got their park and everything. Yeah, I heard of six. I haven't heard of any individuals from 60s in Seattle, but of course in Seattle, Marmaduke and Lil Loney was the first two I knew up in Seattle in 1984. Who was the hardest Mexican you ever came across? I don't know who the hardest Mexican I ever came across is, but the one that I had, the story I told where we was kind of beefing over the telephone, and I told all the homies I was gonna get him. That dude had squabbles, so he would be the best squabbler south side that I ever seen. Get out. Mm. Jank, what's up, homeboy? Jank, you excited about your Raiders this year? How you managed going there? I went to a junior high north of Santa Monica Boulevard near Silver Lake with 18 and wife. They would call me Big Cholo. Big Cholo. Are the homies treated differently when they come home underpaid? Absolutely not. They used to, behind their back, it might be some laughing or some little shots at them, but no, they came back home. And basically, when they came back home to the set, not to no paperwork. Now, other sets, I mean, you had a lot of BGF, but shit, we had a couple BGF too, but they come home, they don't claim BGF, so I don't really know how that works or their participation inside the prisons. But when they come home, they're not gonna say, "What's up? I'm BGF." They be like, "What's up, cuz? Where the homies at?" Raiders better do something. Why you never? Why you never? They used to call you Gordo, you a big dude, you a fat dude. Derek Lewis, you ever had a bad experience with a lawyer? Uh yeah, not a paid lawyer though. So I'll give you two. I'll give you a public defender, and I'll give you a just a little small incident with a paid lawyer. Maybe two. All right, so yeah, I had a vandalism charge, and in arraignment, the fool convinced me to take a plea deal for 90 days, and I took the damn plea deal. I take the plea, and my co-defendant didn't take the deal, but he was in a whole different court because he was a juvenile. They let him out because the owner didn't press charges. So that was the bad experience. So now I got a vandalism on my record all my life and had to do 90 days in the county jail when I didn't have to do no time because the owner didn't press charges. So that's a badass experience. And that's why I never use a public defender ever, 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 ever again. You know how some people sold dope or did robberies to get a house, right? Or just to save money for the future. I sold dope to get like rims or music, right? But I would put money up for lawyers. That's why I always had paid lawyers after that. Always paid lawyers, man. Couldn't do nothing with no public defender ever again. So I lost a lot of money in buying lawyers and bailing out. Why you never interviewed Cam from Watts? Cam been on here. Cam been on this channel right here, live. And then I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say no names. But You can take a guess or try to figure it out on your own time. But some dudes from LA, from tough neighborhoods, do not like to be interviewed by Kev Mac because they are worried about they're gonna look like or they're gonna be exposed of what set they claim. So dudes be like, man, I don't want you saying I'm from this set and that set. I won't say that. I mean, just tell me where you grew up and who you grew up with. Oh, it's gonna make it look like I'm from here or there. So a lot of rappers ain't trying to really do interviews with me, and I don't really want to do interviews with a whole lot of rappers anyway. If you really cripping, if you really represent your crip or your blood, that's different. I would love to interview you. Public defenders have heavy caseloads, so they can't give many of their clients the proper attention. Do they not have tattoos? I don't know if they got tattoos. I never said, hey, homie, let me see. Lift your shirt up, homie. Let me see up under your shirt. Let me see your arms, homie. Nowadays, dudes got tattoos on their face and neck, on their hands and knuckles. It's a little different now. Is there any gang member that I ever feared as a kid, not as an adult? As a kid, as far as an adult, Baby Bone. I used to think Baby Bone was gonna fire him. I used to think I was gonna have to squabble Baby Bone. But no, as a kid, damn near any older G nigga, which would be like Big PJ, uh, Big Maniac, uh, yeah. Who was the person you saw have a face tattoo? I don't recall. I don't remember. I remember the blood. I mean the blacks had started on their necks. Started on their neck. Oh, it would be probably Keita Rock. Probably Keita Rock. He he had the death row on his face before he made it to LA. So maybe Keita Rock, maybe. How come Big Rick not on the channel? Big Rick don't do interviews. Big Rick, number one, he's old school, so he stick to the old school rules. He also is he likes to stay away. He likes to stay under the radar. So that's another reason. But the reason he told me personally, straight out the horse's mouth, Rick told me he don't like the way he speak, and so he doesn't talk a lot, and he feel like he doesn't talk well. So that's it. Why y'all crash so many? I don't know, man. I just think it's the way we was brought up. We thought it was the right thing to do, man. Homeboy Gator. I used to work with Gator. Which Gator are you talking about? Big Gator or Little Gator? Hell yeah, man. I came up on so many burners off licks. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Chip Juice Money, you funny. You funny for that. You know what? I wrote Big Rick a couple times. Rick never wrote me back. But I looked out for Rick with cassette tapes and pictures, though. The Gator Monster mentioned, that's Lil Gator. No real stories, but Lil Gator, we worked together after I did my parole violation, and Gator got out. We worked together in like West Covina, somewhere over there. I think that's West. Oh, Azusa. It was Azusa. We worked in Azusa, making airplane parts, and so no real stories. Uh, he ended up getting into this car business. So he was having like Ferraris and shit. He was selling to people, and I believe he sold cars to BMF. I think his biggest come up was selling cars to BMF. But I haven't seen Gator since then. Since he first started selling cars, I haven't seen him since that time. Kev, who has more clout? More clout. Define clout for me. Do you have the address? Is kind of sloppy when you jot them. Do you write the addresses kind of sloppy when you jot them? I mean, now my penmanship's horrible now, but back in the day I had good penmanship. At least I thought it was good. But nowadays, hell no, I ain't got no good penmanship. I'm pretty sure Kelly Park still exists. I'm pretty sure. What was the funniest nickname you heard? Loose Booty. Uh, Probably Loose Booty. Beer Can. I gotta lay my janky butt down. All right, homie. All right, get him, Jank. Stay up, homie. Stay up. Kid, was Ronnie Strawberry a 60 or was he just an athlete like his brother? That's a good question. From my understanding, he was a stomp down 6-0, ran with a lot of the hardest 60s there was. The 60s kind of pulled him in, but he definitely was an athlete. I'm pretty sure we got more Crip interviews. I never compared them, but I would think we got more Crip interviews. I'm glad you even asked that question. To ask that question means you know I got Bloods in the catalog. Because for a long time, people used to say, man, you don't interview no Bloods. This is a Crip channel. It's a Crip channel. It's a Crip channel. But tell him that you know he got the last two letters you wrote, addresses on them perfect. You silly. Of course he got them because he got the pictures I sent him. Of course he got them. Who's your favorite rapper? Uh, I mean, I don't like that question because I have different type of favorites, right? I got favorite rappers that I knew, you know what I'm saying? Favorite rappers when I first heard a rap, and then favorite overall. Overall, I like Ice Cube and Too Short, Tupac. I told you I like LL Cool J. Eminem or Slim Shady. That's funny. Slim Shady. KIP, my cuddle gummy, Kelly Port, Compton Crip. Do you know Big Cass? Yeah, I know him. I know him. Yeah, I know him. Big Cass, the rapper. You always got to put the rapper on there. Big Casper from 60s, rest in peace. I want to say his name was Kevin Whitmore. Kev, who is the biggest G, Rick or Drum? Man, what do you mean by biggest G? Like, I'm confused, homie. Biggest G, like in size? Original? Calling shots? Fight? I don't know what you mean by that. Big Rick is a year up under Q's. Come and take a ride. Had a fat burger yesterday. Yeah, I'll tell you, I love them fat burgers. Rich Rollin, Heater Holden, or the King of LA. King of LA. That's my favorite. The King of LA. Calling shots, respect. Man, Big Rick get all the respect. For sure, for sure. Big Rick get all the respect. Calling shots. I don't know that Big Rick even called no shots. Just back in the day, they said, you know, when Big Rick said, come on, you come. But Big Rick is far removed from that stuff. Big Rick's enjoying life. He's just happy to be free. Real deal. I got a room full of your posters and your pictures, man. Johnny Big Time Johnson. What you mean, homie? Yeah, I love them fat burgers though. No onion, no tomato. No onion, no tomato, man. I quit though. Let me see. I had two hamburgers since November. I had two hamburgers. And both of those were like in the last 30 days, maybe. I can't wait to really, really sit down and eat another good hamburger. You gonna behave, Nikki? Kev, when your channel hit 100,000, you should do a legendary Crip walk once. Man, I'll probably lose 999. How you say? I'll probably lose 99,999 people if they see me Crip walk. How the hell I'm a Crip walk with two left feet, man? Nigga, I could, man, that dude on one leg, man, that nigga would smash me in a Crip walk. No onions, no pickles, but yeah, I love relish. I love relish. I could go with the pickle or the relish though. Either one's fine with me. Kid, now I know, big homie, but I guess just going off Big Rick and the death of his brother kicked off the war with the A-Tray. If Kev Mac hits that seat walk, he'll also have to release that lost tape with him freestyling. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started, Suge. Don't get me started. Let me call KB. I'll let KB take the wheel. Man. We doing pretty good, man. What's going on here? What I miss? Michelle, man, got posters and pics of Mr. Kev Mac on the wall. Nikki, he didn't mean me. He didn't mean me, Nikki. He meant other women that I had in the magazine, I hope. He wasn't talking about me, Nikki. Like, come on, Nikki. Yeah, behave, Nikki. Nikki, behave. Get your mind out the dirt. King Burger special from A1, no onion, no pickle, but relish is necessary. Nikki Lee, you funny, man. Yeah, the sweet relish seals the deal. Ain't no doubt about it. I agree, sure. Got to have something sweet on them damn uh, hamburgers and hot dogs for sure. Who is your favorite boxer and why? Um, my favorite boxer is probably Muhammad. Maybe Muhammad Ali, but I like Mike Tyson, man, because Mike was the shit in my era. Mike was young when I was coming up. He had pigeons, he just talked funny. He's with the business, ending fights as soon as they start. Mike, I can identify with Mike more, but I grew up with watching fights with my father, which would be Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. So I like those two. And then I like Floyd, man. Floyd is arrogant and stuff, but I like Floyd, and I know Floyd. So, Floyd. What's up, James Cash? I like Mr. Mayweather, aka Nothing Left to Buy. Yeah. Would Easy say any more questions? Where's Rob when I need to behave? Yeah, Rob got somebody else in his passenger seat today, Nikki. James, you been smoking any good weed, man? You haven't been dehydrated, have you? Easy E to go. Coming straight out of Compton. From a brother that'll smother your mother. Dr. Wiggles getting no love in Compton. Nikki, you gonna find him soon, Nikki? Did you check his abs yet? Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas on my mom's 30th birthday. Oh, your mom's was young. Yeah, that was a weird matchup that I wasn't expecting right there. You seen the Dillinger movie Public Enemies with Johnny Depp? Nah. She ain't got nothing on Nikki if she in the passenger seat. Nikki be on. That's a good one, Michelle. That's a good one. It's a nice heavyweight boxer out the rolling seat. Oh yeah, what's his name? Give me his name, homie. Did he fight Cartoon? Kimbo Slice was the sheeznit. Kimbo used to take punches to the jaw like, boy. I always wondered if Kimbo had that beard to keep some of the pain from hitting him in his jaw, breaking his jaw. Where were you the night Tupac died? Were you watching the Tyson fight? I was in prison when Tupac got killed. And it hit the yard that same night. Everybody in the yard was talking about it. How they was on the phone late at night, I don't know, because the phones got cut off about 10 o'clock then. Oh, yeah. Who all he fight? Jay Mason. Yeah, why Rick Walsh act like he got more bread than I don't know, bro. I don't know. Y'all got some crazy questions tonight. That's for sure. OG Steve, Derek Lewis, Black Warrior Spirit. I don't know if Pac had any connections to Jama. A lot of new ones here. Oh, they new? All right. What's up? What's up, newbies? Welcome to Kane Video Live Streams. Well, we just freestyle here. We just talk, laugh, joke. We like a big family over here. So if you're a hater or a troll, find a new platform. If you want to be educated on Kev Mac or some of my history, it's a good place for you. We also have guest live appearances, mainly OG Cutes from the Magnificent Seven West Side Crip, Rockhead from Compton, Oaks Park, Santana Block, uh, OSG SAG, Compton, Grove Street, Santana Block, and Sinbad, Fortray, Eastside, Big Keystone, uh, older OG 60, mentioned in Monster Cody's book, mentioned in a couple of interviews. Yeah, starting a new job tomorrow. What's the worst job you ever had? Worst job I ever had. I don't think I worked a bad job. Great content creator. Do you respect 50 Cent as a gangster? No, but I can't use that word. But I think 50 Cent is a funny dude, man. 50 Cent be clowning a lot of people, men and women. And actually, that's kind of disrespectful. But it's funny, it's humorous. And he be dead serious. But he kind of, I don't know 50, but he seems kind of like a scorned woman sometimes with his friendships. Like, you know, like he can't take falling out with a friend very well. But 50 was able to get his money. 50 got a lot of money out the game, that's for sure. Made a big name for himself. The history of iced tea. Well, let me see. Iced tea probably was made in another country. The history of iced tea.
Iced tea dates back to the 19th century, with roots in both China and India. It gained popularity in the United States during the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis, where it was first introduced to a wider audience. This is from chefsresource.com.
See, from an iced tea is from another country. I figured that. So yeah, man. Anytime you want some history of iced tea, just Google it. Comes from China and India, and came to the United States in 1904. Iced tea is an interesting history. Jay Ship, what up, Jay Ship? Who are some reputable Van Ness and Harvard brims in your generation or age? No, it shouldn't, Brick City. No, it shouldn't. Well, I mean, Ace Capone, aka Uno, Keith Fudge. You'll probably hear about him soon, real soon. Uh, Harvard Park Prims. My age generation. I don't know about my age and generation, but Big Sonny was a big name over there. He's older than me though. I once answered that question, Roy Smart or Ray. I never have my glasses on when I see. I don't know if there's Ray or Roy, but I had once spoke on that on a live with Nipsey Hussle and Big U when Nipsey Hussle was doing his last album. And I said Ice-T was never no 60, never ever. I had to check myself and realize Ice-T's 10 years older than me. I don't know what he was doing back in the day. But from all that I know and heard, no, he was not a 60. Ice was never from 60. Ice was affiliated with the 5-6 syndicates. And he was very close to the Harlems, some 60s, I think some Hoovers, PJs, Pueblo Bloods, and the 40s. And so, no, not that I know of. Who was the funniest gangster you ever came across? Oh, quite a few, man. Good evening, brother Kev Mac and Mac is. I got quite a few homies. Lil No Good was pretty funny. Rest in peace. Ice was always welcome in Venice. I've been to the boardwalk with Ice-T. We had lunch on the boardwalk one day. Was Nip about that black power, or was he just opening businesses on his own hype? I hear Nip had some black pro-black raps back in the day before the 60 raps. He had black power raps. He was kind of on some black empowerment stuff. I don't remember that, but I know it's true, Jay Ship. I don't remember that, but I know it's true. So you talking about when we was in the studio talking about Ice-T? Is that the same video? The funniest guest I've seen on here? True Pretty Kenny's funny, you're right. Robert Richards. It's like the Canelo versus Crawford is going forward. What are your thoughts? Man, I got a little respect for Canelo, man. I like Crawford. Get back to me. I'll let you know what I think about that. Yep, same video. Man, where can I find that video? That's actually like a historic video to me now because, with all the rumors about who didn't like who and we right there in the same room kicking it, right? And we had kicked it a couple nights. Oh, cool. You got a link to it? That's crazy. Oh, shit. That is crazy. Hell yeah. Send me that link. 6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeaking across the bathroom floor. Out the back window, I made my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Heard Mike Tyson say Nip was a descendant of Hallie. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I don't even know the person who Hallie is. Hallie was the LA Black Mafia thing, and I don't know about the LA Black Mafia. No, I don't have any info on that. What is it about gang members that they think they scared a regular man, but don't know that man can get down too? What is it about gang members that think they scared a regular man, but don't know the man can get down too? Well, I mean, I don't know if that really matters. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, if you listen to some interviews, dudes be like, "Man, Raymond didn't have nothing coming over here. Raymond Washington, he get ran back home." But what happened to them neighborhoods? They became Crips. They became Crips. Giacomo say if Pyru pulled up on them, what's it gonna be? Y'all gonna brawl with the Crips or up with y'all? So, um, I don't really know how to put it in words, homie. Good looking out, J shit. But a square can be the Crip. A non-affiliate, a civilian can be the Crip or Blood. No doubt about that. But normally, what's attached to it is this fool gonna go get the gang, or this fool gonna come back busting, or this dude got a burner on him. So I think that's part of the hype right there. But I mean, yeah, I mean, who thought civilians couldn't fight? I don't know how that factors into anything. You have civilians that take karate, boxing, and all kind of stuff. I only consider the realest of the real to be my leaders. Who are your leaders? Because I don't know if I ever had a leader in anything in life. You might can lead me to the robbery, but can you deliver on it side to side? Are you gonna be there when the robbery go down? I somewhat agree, James Cash. Not initially, I didn't, but in hindsight, it's overused. It seems to be like, I don't know, man. I kind of agree, but I'm gonna say in present day, not back in the day. Do you have any video info on Mafia Crips? No, I don't. I do not. Is Crip or nothing? Is it Crip or what? He didn't say, is it Key Whale? What? Is it Key Whale? What? Man, we got a lot of people up in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty good for a Kev Mac live by himself, right? Why you never tell OG Cutes? I'll say what's up to him. Daniel Rios, I don't know where you from. I'll tell Cutes right now, homie. I don't never know. I don't know Daniel Rios, but let me tell him right now for you. OG Cutes, Daniel Rios said, "What's up, fool?" You know Daniel Rios, homie? Please let me know. We gotta start speaking Swahili in the chat. That word means cousin. Is it Crip or what? Is there a woman you ever want to meet? Hell yeah, man. For sure, for sure. For sure, man. A couple of them. Let me see. My first love, baby mama twice, So that would be 3 times, but 2 people. Old girl from Compton, I highly considered it. Out the Wilmington Arms. Yeah, about 3 different chicks, 4 times. Timothy Wayne, what's up, Kev Mac? How is this cold weather treating your back? Got my 7 disc acting. Yeah, I think I'm getting over it. I think my back has been getting a little bit better lately. So I think it adjusted to this cold weather now. So Kev, there was one that got away. There was 3 that got away, homie. It's 3 that got away. One got away twice. We actually 3 times, but I'm gonna just say 2. But at 3 times, she got away 3 times. I remember, like this has to be the only time my feelings was hurt, but wasn't hurt at all. Like I don't know if I ever had this feeling ever before, because I wasn't upset, mad, or shocked or anything. But so, Kia's mom went off, lived her life, had another baby, but I would always see her because I would go see my kids, or my kids would come see me. And so now my kids are older, and I asked both my kid, my son and my daughter, I said, "You think your mother will marry me?" And my daughter laughed and said, "No." Hey man, she didn't sugarcoat it, hide it, or nothing. She laughed and said, "No." I thought that was funny as hell. So I went as a man. I went to my son. I said, "Hey son," I said, "You think your mama marry me?" He said, "No, I don't think she would." I'm like, damn. And I tried anyway. I gave her a ring, and she took the ring and sold it. Oh, I was done with her. And that's about it. That's gonna do it for marriage. Oh my goodness. But yeah, marriage wasn't for me. I wasn't never meant to, it wasn't never meant for me to be married. Every time, first 2 times I was trying to get married to her, I went to prison. So God stepped in. Nigga, you're going to prison before you marry her. Nigga, you're on your way to the pen so we could put this off. God knew what he was talking about. We cool now, but we ain't on none of that. We ain't on none of that. You know what I mean? Married the mob. Who hit you the hardest in your mouth? I still got my teeth in the front, so nobody really hit me too hard. Kiba, good night, good night, good night. Thank you. Appreciate it. Man, the problem is, DJ, when you get locked up, whoever you're trying to marry might not marry you. You're going to have to marry an old white chick with a little bit of change. Them old white chicks will marry you in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? The old black chicks, they'll run for you. They'll run for the old fat black chicks. They'll run for you. They'll be at every visit. They make sure you got some cards smelling like perfume, some pictures, and some lingerie and stuff like that. Old white women, they get you a lawyer. Nigga, they marry you. They come kiss you on visits. You be on the yard. You be on the yard pro-black. You show up in the visiting room. You got you a snow bunny. You got you a straight snow bunny. Like, oh, that shit you talking on the yard, nigga, that don't count. You lying. You faking on me. You probably an Aryan brother. You ever been with a white woman? I've never had a white girlfriend. Man, any stories about Dago? Nah. Nah, what about Asian women? I never had an Asian girlfriend. Man. But if you look at my book Sprung, there was an Asian escort, you know what I mean, that visit me with them things showing. Man, I'm trying to tell you. For real, Suge, for real. Only when they wet, Montel. Only when they wet, homie. But actually, like, I don't know. I think in America, too many of us been brought up under racial tones, hatred, and we don't understand each other's uh, cultures. And some things you only know and experience from firsthand experience. Where can your books be purchased? Amazon.com. Sprung by Kev Mac. I used to damn near only date Asian or mixed Asians at the point your boy turned out. I ain't mad at you. My son got a Vietnamese. She's nice. She's beautiful. She's cool. Got a good job. She's very polite, sweet. And my daughter used to mess with an Asian Vietnamese too. Um, um, they were cool. My daughter was in love. They was cool. They was tight. But then one day, my daughter went over to the house, and dude's mom said that she wasn't welcome over there, and that they didn't want to be dating outside the race. So that was the end of that. I know of Vegas gangs. I don't really know the Vegas gangbangers though. I don't know the dynamics of this shit. What's the worst pain you ever felt mentally or physically? Maybe. Well, one pain I had, man, I I broke my toenail off my big toe while I was in jail. That was painful as hell, man. That was very painful. And probably a toothache, probably a toothache with an abscess. If it's life on Mars and they got females, I'm gonna holler. I ain't mad at you. I couldn't face my ancestors with a white girl. Damn. So you don't think your ancestors would be interchanged? Could you face your ancestors that had a baby by a white man? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Could you face your ancestors that had a baby for her slave owner, or when she got free, she found somebody with some money. They told her, "Don't tell my family that I got babies for you." Why not promote your book on Captain Channel? Have a link to purchase in the description. Good idea, brother. Good idea. Never even thought of that. That's a great idea. Right, J Ship. Right. When was the first time you heard of OG Cutes and what was it about? I don't know the first time I heard of Cutes. Cutes' name had always rang in where I'm at. Cutes Mouse. I think I heard of Rusty later, but usually those three names were synonymous. Like people didn't just say Cutes or just say Mouse or just say Rusty. If there was ever one that they only said by itself, it might be Mouse. But normally those names came all in a bunch. Cutes, Mouse, and Rusty. Cutes, Mouse, and Rusty. Cutes and Mouse. But some people say Mousy. One of my sisters knew Mouse. She calls him Mousy. But I would always hear Q's name. I didn't find out till later in recent years that Q used to hang out on my block. at the twins' house, who I talk about in a lot of my stories. I had to fight with one of them and drop the gun. Did the burglary with one of them, and so I didn't know. I was too young to know any better. Cutes went to prison when I was 10 or 11 years old, 1979. So I didn't know. I didn't know who was down the block, but they used to hang out. I remember seeing people hang out down there. Just didn't know who they was. Was Big Shit from Shotgun or Big Name? Yes, absolutely both. Big Shit and his name rang. Ain't no doubt about it. The Cutes mess with the boys in the pen. Not that I know of. I don't know anything about Cutes mess with no boys in the pen. But do me a favor. Just for the record in the future, don't ever ask me if anybody mess with boys in the pen. I don't want to be accused of lying or protecting anybody. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be putting people's business out there in the streets. Michelle said, bye. See you. Thanks for all the questions tonight. Michelle don't want it. You got a quick apology or is it too late? Cuse is intelligent. He is intelligent. You're right. Cuse intelligent. I don't know about academically. You know what I mean? But yeah, Cuse is a wealth of knowledge. AC Baba Louie was pretty damn smart too now. Only thing I know about the downtown gangster Crips is you had homeless dudes and dudes living downtown that would be in jail claiming Crip and people claiming downtown gangster. Eventually you will see DTG on the walls. So I don't know if it's a real gang nowadays, but downtown gangster was really a diss. It was really like, oh, this nigga's a downtown gangster. Like, this nigga's nobody. This nigga don't roll with this car or that car. You know, he's just down for the rips. But I don't know if it ever morphed into a real gang or not. Like OG Bam says, excuse yourself out the chat. Man, he asked a lot of questions today. He the reason why the chat cracked today and why we got numbers. I guess he just didn't feel that was disrespectful question to ask. Coach Nora, what up with it? Better late than never. Smart and intelligent are different. Cody was super intelligent. I don't think he was particularly smart. Very intelligent, but I when I think of smart, of course he made dumb decisions, but I think he was smart because he can write, he can read, he knew the definition of words. You know, we corresponded, not just in prison, but also through emails. And so I give Cody smart that made dumb decisions. Right. But I agree that smart and intelligent are two different things. I agree to that. So I would say Cody was both. He just made some dumb decisions. But shit, I mean, we come from a culture to where not just the majority of us made dumb decisions, we continuously made dumb decisions. You know, I don't think there was ever a blueprint to how you gangbang or what you're supposed to do when you're a Crip or a Blood. You know, I don't think nobody handed out no instructions on the West Coast when this shit started. Austin, Texas, what up with it? Any Crips from 60s, you know, gangbang and finished college? I do. I do know. I do know a couple, yes. Yeah, we go hard. We tend to go hard on each other, but I think you can ask hard questions and make tough statements about people in an intelligent manner or in a manner in which doesn't seem so degrading. Fitzgerald, what up? It's late. Where you at, man? What's up? Very, very contagious culture for sure. I always looked at it like this shit was like a drug, man. We were addicted to the streets, and we loved what we was doing. We really, man, it's kind of hard to open a gang member eyes when they're young. Y'all, just so you know, when Kev met me and told him some of the story, the things that stuck out to him was me graduating from Howard education is a thing, big Kev respect. Yeah, I got that from my mother and my father's side of the family. My father didn't give a damn about no damn school. If he did, he never told me. The only thing I remember my father telling me about education was when I ran away from school, he assumed, when I ran away from home, he assumed that I wasn't going to school. So when he was ready to hand out some punishment, he like, you wasn't going to school. I'm like, I was going to school. He like, oh, he still hit me in my mouth though. Maybe that was the hardest time I ever got hit in my mouth, but that wasn't really my mouth. That was my cheek. I read Sanika Shakur in eighth grade. I didn't realize that was the name. Cody, you had interviewed him. Wow, you didn't know that? Damn. What city you in, Derek? San Diego? Like AC said, it was a wildfire. Fire, I don't think it just eats. Wow, that's a good way to put that. I have two brothers that I grew up with and that I claim. And I don't know how many other brothers I got through Pops. I know of one, possibly two. Nashville, okay, you from Nashville. That makes sense. But still, in Nashville, back then, y'all had 9 O's up there. So I'm a little surprised you didn't catch that. Monster Cody was on 60 Minutes. Crazy was intelligent too. I never seen him write no letter or nothing, but yeah, he's intelligent. Nugget's very smart. I never seen him write. I don't know what kind of grades he got, but Nugget's intelligent. Little Caesar is very well read. He read a lot of books in history, so he ain't bad. I don't know anything about Louis Farrakhan passing away. I haven't heard anything about Farrakhan's death. But I remember your name, man. You used to talk dirty behind ice cream truck. Yeah, I seen your name in here before though. San Diego knows about Cody. She said, "What?" What's up with you, Nikki Lee, man? We over here trying to survive, Nikki Lee. We over here trying to survive. You know. Uh, Speaking of him, how's Bam doing? I haven't talked to him, man. I don't know. I'm sure he's doing good. I ain't heard that. I'll give him a call probably. I probably won't call him. I'll see if he called me for my birthday. Well, he can't call me, but maybe he'll text me for my birthday. Or maybe on my birthday I'll unlock my phone. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll unlock my phone for my birthday. If he don't call me for my birthday, I ain't calling that nigga. I ain't gonna call him this summer. I ain't gonna call him on his birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. I'll never call my brother again if he don't call me about my birthday. Yeah, y'all stop. He asked a question. Now you like Louis Farrakhan passed? Oh no. No, he asked a question. How is it pronounced? Is it Nikki or Nietzsche? Oh man. Just one book. I took one off. St. Louis was for sure on the travel list back in the day for that BT. I'm not very intelligent, but I graduated with a BA in social studies and a minor in history. And I graduated from grad school to be a teacher. I'm thinking about going back to school. That's what's up, man. Congrats. You got your phone locked to where no phone. Yeah, I only do outgoing call. I don't do incoming, man. It's always some. It's always somebody upset or some negativity, stress. I just don't do that in my life, man. I'm at a point in my life where I just can't do that. I haven't for a long time, but it just got so much worse. Like when people start calling you, like, yeah, man, this nigga want to talk to you. He didn't like this. Oh, yeah, this nigga said your name is wrong. Yeah, this nigga said the picture wrong. This nigga said the hood is bigger than that. As opposed to, how you doing, man? How's your health? You get your money back up. You get your car fit. When I'm not getting that, like, nigga, man, I got more important things to worry about than somebody complaining. You niggas wasn't complaining when we was killing each other. You wasn't complaining when your best friend knocked down the homeboy. You wasn't complaining when you caught 2 or 3 murders and went to YA. You wasn't complaining when your homeboy told on you. You wasn't complaining when that boy down the street got his umbilical cord ripped out his ass. Don't call me complaining. I don't want to hear that shit. Kid, we watching the first games of the tournament again this year? I'm not, bro. I'm absolutely not. We could catch some baseball though. Kev, I would like to hear some of your Vegas gambling story. I know you got some more. I got a couple videos on here. I got a book. So you could check out Sprung on Amazon.com or a couple of my videos on here. I think probably called Kev Mac Gambling Chronicles or something like that. Yeah, Crystal, I agree. You know what I don't tell them to get a platform because then you create competition. You also create animosity, hatred, and jealousy. But what I tell them is, you welcome to do an interview. Them the ones that complain the most, the people that'll never do an interview. Shit, the Dodgers play Tuesday though, bro. Tuesday like 3 a.m. in Tokyo. Dodgers versus Cubs. Yamamoto's pitching. That's why I gotta go on the sports channel. It's a little bit late to go tonight, so I'll make it a point to go live tomorrow on the sports channel. Gail, what you think about that situation? As much as you can say without tipping. I can't tip anything. I don't know shit. But spoke on that what, yesterday or the day before? It's spring. Yes, it is spring training. However, last year and this year, they're gonna have the opening games, and then spring training continues, and then opening day starts. So they got this new thing where we go into Mexico and Korea and Japan. They're trying to make sure baseball is worldwide, and they're trying to get that money because they know America ain't winning like we used to. So they go get that Japanese money, that Mexican money, Korean money, and stuff like that. Mookie's not playing. Damn, that's crazy. I wonder if they'll ever go to the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Cuba. You know what I'm saying? How about in our territory of Puerto Rico? If it wasn't for Kev Mac videos, a lot of the YouTubers wouldn't be in the position you in now. If you don't believe me, go ask your G home. I love that quote. It's universal. My mornings lately wake up, pray, tea, a spliff, and Kev Mac live to break. So you know your history of tea, right? Tea came to the United States in 1904. Tea roots come from China and India, you know, for those that's wondering about the history of iced tea. Louis Farrakhan Jr. died in his sleep, is what I just. Oh, okay. So Louis Farrakhan Jr. Damn. You know his granddad was white. His granddad Percival was white, dude. Mookie did a charity event in Nashville. I heard it was packed, no security. They love him in his hometown. Man, I love Mookie Betts, and he ain't from my hometown, so I know they love him in his hometown. I would like to meet his mama, but not just like hi or take a picture. I like to sit down and talk with her for about 30 minutes to an hour because her story is so wonderful about how she raised Mookie to be a baseball player and stuff. I think that's very interesting. Your great grandmother's Irish? Well, mine is 7 generations back on my mother's side. On my father's side, we got a lot of Indian and black natives. But there's a question mark in there about my grandmother's grandparent may have been white. We don't have no proof of it, but when you do your homework, the roots of our family, all of a sudden a bunch of white people pop up. But those white people that pop up don't have none of our same names, and they don't list any blacks as their family members, which is very strange. So there's something there that we don't know about on my father's side, from my grandmother's side of the family. But on my father's side of the family, native, black, Native American Indian. So, good history. It's good to know your history, man. It's good to know that. The first team and gunpowder. And I learned that shit in recent years, y'all. I learned that from you guys talking to me and baby Shawnee Mac doing the background on my family. That's how I learned from my father's father. I learned from my father's mother through my uncle. And on my mother's side, we learned everything from my uncle, who was doing family research way back in the day, taking pictures and documenting names and birthplaces and, the whole get out. Yeah, so. Oh, shit, I done went over 90 minutes, y'all. I'm out of here, man. I had fun with y'all tonight. Good looking out, Candace. Black Warrior Spirit, OG Steve, Derek Lewis, and Kiba. Appreciate y'all. Well worth my time tonight. Like I said, I'll try to get a couple things up for y'all this week. I don't know if there'll be any stories, but definitely try to get a couple profiles up there for y'all today. This week on the Blue Channel. Y'all have a good one, man. Appreciate y'all. Later.